Hello, it's Sally here from Dotty Me. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be working on my next stitchery swap square, which I'm making for Kristy, who's in Australia. So this is a project that's being run by Annie from Artifarty Annie. And it's you make a was it 4-inch square, a slow stitch square, and you have swap partners. So my swap partner is Kristy, so I'm making her a square, and then she's going to be making me a square, and we post them off. So this is the second one I'm doing for this season. This is the third season that this has been going. So I've gathered some supplies. These are the tones and colours that I'm going to be using, kind of like greens and peaches, and I'm throwing in this, which you'll see why later as well. Some florally bits. The theme, you don't have to follow a theme, but the theme kind of suggested is window. So that can be interpreted however you want, or you don't have to interpret it any way you want. Either way, so I've chosen some fabrics, so that's kind of like my palette that I'm going to be using, yeah, so I've already done one square that's gone off to Susan. She's received it, and the video of that one is already out. If you haven't already seen it, it is available. So this is the piece of fabric that I'm going to be doing some of my squares on. As you can see, I've already cut one 4-inch square out, so I'm going to use the next corner and cut it out. So I think it's probably, yep. I just need to go in a tiny bit. So let me grab my scissors. I'm just going to take it off here for now. And pop that to one side for another one, and then just measure about 4 inches. Trying to find pencil. Oops. So roughly 4 inch that way, and 4 inches that way. Just lightly marking my pencil. You can hardly, I can't even see that. Just so that I can see. I should do it on the back actually, so you can't see it, but I don't think you'll see it anyway because I'm putting some fabrics over the top of this. So that's my 4-inch square, and then I will just put a backing fabric over the top. Sorry, not over the top, behind, just to give it a 1 centimetre border. Okay, that bit's left over. I'll put that in my scrap box. So there we go. That's my first thing I need to do. Now I need to work out what I'm going to do on here. Before I do that, excuse me, this is going to be a view. I'm going to be inside. You're going to be inside. So I'm going to have some kind of vase of flowers, and then there'll be the outside behind, like looking out of the window. So that's what the effect that I'm hoping for anyway. So what I'm going to do with my fabrics, these are my greens of the outside, but I also want to portray that I am inside. So I want a strip of wallpaper on this side. This is kind of going to be my edge of my window, I think. So I want a little bit of wallpaper on this side, if that makes sense. So I have picked out this colour, a lovely peachy colour, as my wallpaper. So I am going to, I've already used this before, so I'm just going to pop a strip of this be enough. I'll put that to one side. Don't need that anymore. So that's going to go somewhere there. It's only going to be a thin strip, but I kind of want these flowers here. Probably shouldn't have torn it actually. I might leave it like that for now because I might go over the top. Let's just see. So that's the first bit. Then I've got, I need a space where my jug or vase, I'm thinking jug, a jug or vase is going to go. But I might just use that little bit there. I should do it that way. I don't know whether I like that way better. I do, I like that way better, right. So, for my background, I kind of want some greens. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of this one off. But this is it's too much. I quite like that fuzzy edge though, kind of like a grassy. Grassy looking, isn't it? I'm going to go right to the edge, I think, there. And then what I'll do is I'll probably tuck that over. No, actually, I'm going to go to the edge there. So that will be my inside as well. That will be where my table or whatever's windowsill, something like that. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. So that's going to be my first piece. Or should I do it like that? Okay, something like that anyway. Then I was thinking, I've got these colours here. Should I have, is that going to clash too much with that? I don't know, but it is nice, isn't it? Like my flower garden. Or is it too much? Like the grass, the flowers, then more. So I was thinking like that, kind of working my way up, getting a bit lighter each time. Is it too dark though? So I've also got this one here. Would that one look better? I think that might look better. I know the peaches go really well, but this one's a little bit of quilting. Let's cut a little piece of this and see how this looks. It's not very straight. Okay. I've got that as well. Ooh. So hang on, let's, I don't know whether it's the right green, it's kind of going off into a different, but then it kind of, that doesn't look too bad actually. I have got some others as well, but that looks nice as well. And that would look like the flower garden, wouldn't it, outside? I think it's got to be that one. I'll put that one to one side. I'm going to do those, I think. Yeah, I think it's those. Right, so I'm going to go and grab some pins. So let me think about this. Now that's got to be the, because I'm inside, that's got to be over the other bits. So let's take that off for a second. That's where my first one's going to go. Okay, this is going to be my flower garden, so let's take a bit of this off. And that's going to go underneath the grass. Like that. And then I was thinking this one. And then that one. So it kind of fades into the distance. Yeah, I quite like that. So let's cut a bit of this off. Go, no. So this one's got a little bit of a it's pink in shears, but am I going to go like that? And then that. Yeah. So I'm going to rough this piece up a little bit. Just take the freight a little bit. Okay. I think that's upside down actually. Yeah, it was upside down. I'm going to, because the flowers are so pretty, I don't want it upside down. It goes that way. Okay, so there's that one, then that, and then that. So how much of this do I need? I need about that much. About half then. Like that. There, so that's my background. Pin that down. Start here. I think this piece of quilting was actually from Annie, one of Annie's pack. I think it was Annie's Neutrals pack. I might be wrong, but I think it was. Her fabric packs. Okay, next one is this one. Okay, and this one. Like that. And then the grass at the bottom. So that's like that. And what I will do is I will snip I'll probably snip away a little bit more because I want the edge. I still would like the edge to be seen, but what I will do is I'll snip it as I sew because it's a wavy edge. I don't want to snip it just yet, but I'm going to do, and then I'm also going to get rid of some of this bulk as well. Probably get rid of a little bit more, I'm not sure yet. Don't want to go too far. Right, let's do that for now. Then that's going to be my wallpaper, if you like, the inside of my house. I think I'll pop that on afterwards. Yeah, I'm going to pop that on afterwards because what I'm going to do now is a little bit of camphor stitch. So what colour shall I use? I'm going to use, shall I use a green? Let's see what we've got. That's unusual that I get my first choice, but that's what I'm going to use. So this is just a 6-stranded DMC type of thread. Need a needle from my needle book here. That's the one that I've been using. Right, so I'm going to, I don't know whether to do 1 or 2 strands. I think I'm going to do 1 strand. Let's see how 1 strand looks. Because it's only a small square, I don't want to go too heavy on it to start with, because there's quite a lot going on, because this is just the background. It's already quite dark. I draw a thread in my needle. No, that's not going to work. Ah, where's my scissors? Because it's got some fluffy ends. There we go. So what I'm going to do is just start here. And just do little. It's quite hard because it's quilted, but should be okay. There's some canvas stitching all the way across and all over. I'm just going to do it all over. And at least this will, first row, will tie it all down. Tie this one down. I'm just thinking as I'm going, should I do it all canvas stitch, or should I do some, just along the edges, do some decorative stitching instead? Which I think I might. So canvas stitch that one. I'm just going to stop and, oh, do you know what I've not done? I've got to remember to cut this. It's not perfect. I'm going to see if I can tuck it under a little bit, like that, as I go down. But I'm just going to tie this off for a minute because I've just had a thought. I'll come back and do the canvas stitch when I'm off camera and finish that one off. Because I'm just going to cut some more of this off. Oh, it's gone the wrong way. I think I've gone the wrong way on that one. It's harder than you think cutting a wavy line to order. Right, okay. Yeah, so I'm going to canvas stitch that one, but this one I'm going to see. I'm going to do some herringbone stitch, excuse me. Because it's got quite a lot going on already, this busy check pattern. I don't know if it needs canvas stitch running over it, because it almost kind of looks like it's got that kind of effect anyway. Take that one out. I hope you're all well today and you're finding time to stitch or do whatever it is that you want to do today. It's a Saturday morning here, or it might just be coming up to lunchtime. And the weather is okay at the moment. It's still a bit chilly, but forecast rain. That's all we've had for I don't know how long. April showers. Hoping to go out tomorrow to it's called Antiques in the Street in a place not far from us, but it's forecast rain tomorrow, so I don't know if it's going to be on or not. So I have to keep our fingers crossed and see. Right, so we've gone across with a herringbone stitch. Just finish that off there. Take that out as well because that's all tied down. So that's the first one. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm not going to do anything else to this one because I think it's already got quite a lot on. And then what to do with this one here? Where's my thread gone? I've lost my thread. Right, okay. So that was just one strand. So I think one strand's enough for this. Oops, that's come out. Tuck that back under. I thought I'd caught it, but obviously not. I think I may just have to pop that one up a tiny bit as well. In fact, I could make that longer, couldn't I? I don't have to do quite a... Okay. It's not too bad. That one probably needs moving up a tad. Kind of like that. That will do. Okay, so, right, what am I going to do with this one? I think I'm going to do a... I don't know. Thinking I'm thinking feather stitch, but then I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to catch everything. So should I do fly stitch? I know I've not done this right either. It's going to hold. I'm just a bit worried about that side, that it's not catching, it's just catching the loose. It's not right. What on earth have I done? Oh, that is right, I think. No, it's not. Right, let's try again. I think as long as I keep 2 of the stitches on to the fabric, the other one will be okay. I'm hoping. Oh dear. Needles come out now. Threads come out my needle. It's gone quite. I'm concentrating. It's the same when I don't do stitches. I don't do these stitches very often, so it takes all my concentration to get them right. And get into the flow of it. Oh, I think I'm there. I think we're getting there now. I just hope that I've caught. Yes, I think I've caught enough of the underneath this fabric here. Right, so where are we? Right down and across that way. I feel as though I'm sloping down a little bit. Oops, I've not gone and caught that one. Needs to go that way. I don't think I caught that one either. I just need to make sure it's catching the bottom fabric. Nearly there. A couple more. I don't think, is that right? Yeah, one more, and we're done. Okay. Right, let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter that I can see that I've sloped down a bit, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not too bothered, to be honest. I don't mind being a bit wonky. In fact, it does look very wonky now, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Take that out. It's not too bad an edge. I might just snip that one back. And that one's going to fray, but it'll only fray so far. There we go. And that's going to be covered anyway by my wallpaper. Yeah. Okay, so let's carry on. What else am I going to do? I am going to do... I'm just going to have a think about what I'm doing here. It's definitely got to be a contrast because I think I'm going to leave it like that. I might add some lace. Or shall I? If I put a piece of lace across, will that look like the windowsill? This isn't, I'm not using this, but I'm just thinking, do I need something there to define the windowsill? Because what I'm going to do is, I've got this gorgeous piece of vintage fabric here, which is a devil to stitch into. It's like a glazed cotton, but it's not very nice to sew with at all, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So what I wanted was a spray of flowers. That's quite nice, isn't it? That a spray of flowers. Pretend that's there. And then, did I show you that, you know, that stripe? I know it's a really, like, contrast, but, you know, like the stripe TG green jugs. I was thinking a jug with the flowers in, so either that colour or that colour. There we go, we've got peachy there. I just thought just for a contrast, because obviously your decor doesn't match out, you know, as you're looking outside. You've got your decor inside, haven't you? And I love to use, it goes that way actually, the horizontal stripes. I thought this is just a bit of shirting. I thought that for the jug, and then this here, cut out, fussy cut out and pop on. That's quite a nice one though, isn't it? That, you could picture that in a jug, couldn't you? Yeah, I could picture that. And that's got the little bells. I don't know what bells they are, but if you look at this has got little bells on too. Anyway, so that's my idea. I'm going too far ahead of myself there. Let's just pop those back out of the way. because what I'm going to do now, I think, is I'm going to switch the camera off, count the stitch that, count the stitch. Do you know what I'm going to do here? I don't know whether I'm going to count the stitch. I'm going to go and put some front, you know, like grass going up. I've got a variegated, hang on, brains whirring and deciding as I'm doing this, which is, it's always the way, isn't it? So I'm just going until we change colour again. I want some of the dark, right, dark to light. Okay, so here, instead of canvas stitching it, taking a strand of variegated green, and doing tufts of grass. I don't know whether you'll see this one with the wallpaper, but I'll do one here anyway. I wonder what if I put a few little dots of daisies in the grass. Right, so that's what I'm going to do anyway. I'm going to do that, and I might get some white. Could just use that, couldn't I? This is just crochet cotton, thin crochet cotton. But if I just do tiny little thread piece. I should probably do this a little bit after I've put in my vase, because when I put in my vase and flowers, some things are going to be, look, can you see how what's good? It's going to be quite a lot that's covered up. So I should probably do this afterwards. In fact, I think I will. I'll just do this little one. But just little, this is what happens when you do trying to do too much, and so with 2 needles. Just do tiny little thread beads, little clusters of satin stitch. daisy. Yep, so I'm going to do that on the lawn. So that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop the camera off now and get my cancer stitch done, get this done, and I may just pop this on as well. And then we're ready to start the vase and maybe some lace, I'm not sure. We'll see. So I'll be back in a second. Right, I'm back. I have now cancer stitched down this top part, and I have put my grasses in. I've not continued with the daisies for now, just because I want to see where my vase and flowers are going to lie, and then I will do the ones that you can see. And I've just attached the wallpaper to it. I mean, it could be a curtain. You could think it was a curtain or a wallpaper, I'm not sure, but it was just so that it could kind of give the effect of being indoors looking outwards. So that's where I am at the moment. I've just had a quick practice at drawing the little jug. I've actually tried to find my actual jug, but it's in a cupboard tucked away somewhere and I can't find it. So it's like that, and it's got blue and white stripes on. So what I thought I'd do was a blue and white striped jug. So I'm going to do that in a second. I have also, I've lost one. Yeah, I've also cut out my flowers. Those are the two options that I had. That one or that one is upside down. So my jug kind of go in there, and I was just placing that, and then I also did that one as well. I think that one's too big. It's going to take over too much. I like this one because it kind of, although you're probably not going to be able to see them once I've put this on, you can't really see the little bellflowers underneath, but that was just, it was always going to be like that. So that's the one I'm going to use as my flower in my flower pot or jug. So that's that. And then what I also thought, what am I going to place my jug on? I could just use what's already there and just pop the jug on, but I just thought, shall I have a look for some laces? So I've just pulled out some laces and trims, some embroidery on glaze there. Or should I do a little shelf maybe with that? I've got another one of those somewhere, I think. Yeah, in a little bit of a darker apricot colour. Pulled out some green lace, but I think that's not right. And I also had some pinkish lace as well. Wondered whether to do that, but no, didn't look right. I've tried some cream lace, didn't look right. Then I had this, which I like the idea of this, so that goes there, and then my jug will go on top. But it is really bulky, and I'm also aware this piece is going to Australia as well, so I don't want too much bulk. I don't think it will be very good to sew on. I had that piece there. I was kind of wondering, should I? It's quite pretty. And then, I mean, I like the idea of, let me just pop those out of the way, a doily. So this one here's got, it's quite big. It kind of, if I took all of the circle, that's quite big. But then I thought I could use that. One of those. So I'm going to snip one of these off and see how I get on. I've already used one for something else, so I think I just snip that off for now. Okay. Yeah, I'd quite like that on there. I'm going to trim it down a little bit more. I'm hoping it's not going to fray too much. If I cut across, just cut across, Sally, and see how we get on. So it is kind of going over the edge a little bit, but not excessively. Is that the right way around? I think that might be the right way. Or is it? Sometimes you can tell immediately, sometimes not. I think it's that way actually. So that's going to go there. So I'm going to have that there, and I need to attach it. I'm not going to do any contrasting colours. I'm just going to use a white, what's a bit of an off-white colour. To pop on. Not sure whether I've got the right needle here. Oh no, it's not right. The eye's too thin. I think it might be that one. Yeah. So I'm just going to go around and just tack this on, really, just a few stitches here and there, just to get it attached. And maybe some fraying, and I might have to trim a little bit here and there. So I'm losing my thread. Also wanting to put on a little butterfly, I think I'm going to do today. I found a little tag from a cotton reel, or sewing thread or something. I thought was quite interesting, would make the body of the butterfly, but because I've got loads of mess on my desk now, I can't find it. I'll have a look in a moment. Just get this tied on first, sewn on. I think I'm about done. I'll put my butterfly on last anyway, because of just so I can see where the flowers lie. Okay, so that's that. So it'll be jug next, so let's sort out the jug. So I've just roughly drawn this out, and then all I'm going to do is just cut it out of the template. Something like that. So I'm only doing the body, and then I will sew, embroider the handle. That's not being as being as it's so small. I thought the handle would probably fray too much. So let's cut a little square out like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. be imperfect. Okay, let's see what that kind of looks like. So that's going to go there, is that right? Yeah. It's going to go there. Oh, I'll get quite a lot of daisies, I think, won't I? Once that's in, which goes that way, like that, and then I'll be able to do my daisies as well. And hopefully a butterfly I will just be able to get on. So that's going to go there. So do I want a blue thread or a white thread? I think I'm just going to go white, just because I don't think it needs a colour. So I'm just going to go round and tack the sides to it. That makes sense? Tack the side. I don't know. Doesn't sound quite right, but I think hopefully you know what I mean. The edges. Tack the edges down. That would be better, wouldn't it? If any of you collect or know of TG Green, then you'll know it's Cornish ware, and you'll know what these jugs, and they do all homeware, like food canisters and mugs and teapots. And the traditional colour is the blue and white stripe. They do other colours now too, but traditionally it was blue and white striped. It was thicker bands than these, but this is just kind of like an interpretation of what they are. Oops. Nearly got attacked by the needle. Now for the handle, I was thinking, I haven't looked, I need to look for some, I was hoping for some white wool that I could couch down. So I'm just going to grab my wools. I don't have many wools. I don't really sew with wools very often. So I don't have many. I've got that. No, it's going to be too. Oh, what's that? I was hoping for white. And that's not too far off. And then couch down with blue to make the stripe. Yeah, I'm going to use that because I haven't got any others. So I think that will be okay. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that. It is a bit too creamy. really, ideally, but what's it called? But did I cut that off or not? Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit creamy, but it will be fine. It does say Blanc on it. Only need the smallest pieces. But I do need a thicker needle. I'll use this one. Okay. It's going to go there and finish there. Something like that. I'm going to just do that for now, and then, okay, I do need blue this time. So I'll take that out and grab my blues. Just something similar to this, although it's more of this colour here. I'm going to stick to, although it's not, it doesn't quite match the stripe of the just trying to unravel this. I spent quite a lot of last weekend tidying my threads. I got bored, so it didn't quite happen. Oops. I got bored halfway through, and so that was that. I did do some, but not enough to make a difference. I'll use this one. So this is all 6 strands because I want a thickish stripe as I'm couching down. So kind of make it look jug handle like, something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm just going to couch the white wool or cream wool or Blanc wool down and make a stripe pattern. Hopefully it'll look stripy. It'll make you think that it is a jug. I'm quite pleased with that. It's looking okay. It's probably a little bit too big, but artistic license and all that. There. Oh, actually, I quite like that. Right, so I've got 2 ends here. I'm just going to tie them together. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, happy with that. And then I'm going to put our flowers on. So something there. So again, I am just enough, do you think? Possibly. Let's give it a go. I'm going to just do it in a white thread. This is like a perlé crochet or crochet cotton. I don't know which one it is. It says cotton perlé there. I picked the wrong needle again. Oh no, it's gone through. Now this is quite tough. This fabric here, it is cottony and it's like a glazed cotton. It's quite tough. It's not the nicest of fabrics to sew through, because when you make a hole, it doesn't disappear like most fabrics. So you have to kind of decide where's your hole, and that's where you get, you know, that's where you're going. Otherwise, you can see your holes. If I pressed like there, and then, you know, you could see, it doesn't disappear. The hole doesn't. For some reason, I don't know. It's the type of fabric it is. It's really old fabric. I would say it's like 1940s, 50s, probably 50s. Trouble with these is when I do this, I really like them and I want to keep them, but obviously I've made this for Kristy, so this is going off to her, and I could always make another one, I suppose, but I do tend to fall in love with them and think, oh, that's so cute, I like that idea. But it's, when you're doing these, and I'm sure you find that when you're doing different techniques and you're just thinking up different ideas, because I don't want them all to be the same. In the past stitchery swaps, my stitcheries have all been kind of the same, or different but the same. So my first one, I did a little bird in a garden, and although the bird was in a different position and all the little component pieces were all in different positions and everything, and they all had, I think I put initials for whoever was receiving them. They were all different, but they were all of the same theme. The bird was the same, but it just in different position places on the square. For when I did the second one, that was more abstract. So my stitcheries were all, I used the same fabrics, but again, all in different places. But they kind of all looked, you could tell that they were all of a series, I suppose, a series of stitcheries. But this time I'm trying to, I'm not doing as many swaps this time round, because I think I counted them up and I did 17 or 18 swaps last time, and that's probably nothing compared to what some people do, but for me it was quite a lot. So I felt a bit like I was on a conveyor belt, so I think that's probably why they were all kind of samey. But this time I'm not doing as many swaps, so I'm hoping to do all my little swap squares completely different, although they're on the same theme as window. They are, I think, completely different, and I'm always learning new techniques and thinking, what can I use to make, in this instance, what can I make to use a butterfly? In the last one, it was what can I make to use the bee, what can I use to make the bees? So I used beads on that one, but this time, if I can find it, I'm scanning my table at the moment, my desk at the moment, and I can't actually see it, but it's probably under all. I found it because I went to a charity shop the other day and I found a pack of these cards, and I've kept one for myself, MS, and then I'm hoping that there's one for all of my swaps. So So this one's for Kristy, so she gets a little card. A little bee, I made that myself. The stamp, it's not a very good stamp to be honest, I might do another one, but and then this is going to be the body of my butterfly. So it's off one of these, but I think it's off a smaller one. It's that piece there, but I like the colours of it, so I'm going to make that into a butterfly in a moment, or the body of my butterfly. And then I thought I'm going to do some sequins, I think, as the wings. That's what I'm hoping for. So let's see how that turns out once I've got this on. And then I've just got my daisies to do as well. Mustn't forget my daisies. I did a couple there, they turned out quite well, they look really sweet. And I think that's about it. It'll be finished and it'll be on its way to Australia next week when I have a chance to go to the post office. This is just, what was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say then. It's gone. I'm not going to be able to finish. I'm going to have to use another piece. Where were we? I can't remember whether I said or not, but I've put little thread beads in the middle of these flowers as well. It was really, I've tacked it on down here, and I did an invisible stitch here, but then just to make sure it was attached properly, I thought I'd do some thread beads, so all the centres have got little thread beads in them as well. I thought it just added a little bit of texture. Nearly there. Okay. No, fit a knot or something. There, that's that done. Right, so what have we got left? Let's do the butterfly. What I mean. Well, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do it. I'm not 100% sure. What I was thinking is I need something to. I might be able to do it with my. No, so I'm going to do it with that one. I thought I could put it in and then roll it. Where's, No, it's not even going to do it with that. I think it's going to be too big. I just thought it would be, I'd be able to roll it, but I might not need do that. Get those back. All right, it's harder than you think, rolling a piece of paper. Okay, there we go. So there's the little rolled piece of paper. It's going to go somewhere there. It'll probably come undone. And then I have got some sequins somewhere that I want to use as wings. Okay, so something like that anyway. If I get it stitched down, then it might look a little bit better. But that's what I wanted to do. So first of all, perhaps if I put a tiny bit of glue on it, I wonder if that will help. Okay, let's see if that helps, just to keep it in place. Yes, I think it does. Okay, yeah, keep it in place long enough, I think, just for me to sew it down. Right, so I have got some peachy, lovely peachy thread here, which is what I used on here, just down here, and I used it here as well. You can just see where I did the, it's called invisible stitch, but you can actually see tiny little spots where you have to go through the fabric. So the first thing I'm going to do is attach the body. I'm going to squish it down just a tiny bit. Just gouge it on. I'm hoping that's all I need to do to keep it attached. I may need 4 sequins, I've just realised. Right, so that's a little body. I think I might just, the stitches are quite far apart, so I'm just going to go in the middle of them. I mean, at first glance you probably won't be able to, you wouldn't be able to tell what this is, but we know what it is, don't we? And hopefully Kristy will see the video and know what it is as well. So just thinking, do we need 4 sequins? Let me just, I have got others. I did see a smaller one here, but I can't find it. Oh, there's a smaller one. Right, but there's only one. I'm just going to go and grab my tin of sequins. And see if I can find another one. Let's pop those over there. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to be distracted by colours now, aren't I? dear. That's a peachy one. That's why I went for peach, because I thought it would be, although that's even peachier actually. Can you see that? That's a clear pink one. Just means I've got to find the same. I quite like that one as well. It's kind of like a goldy colour. I'm picking out the ones that I like, and then hopefully I'll find one of them will have a pair. Oh, is that? Oh, look, there's the pink one. Right, there's two pinks. So if I just take that away, although the peachy would be nice. If I put those there, I don't like them. I don't like. Right, there's another peachy. I'm going to go with peachy, otherwise I'll be here all day. There. That's what we're going to go for. We've got orangey, dark peachy thread. So that's what I'm going to go for. I don't know, it isn't any particular type of butterfly. It's just an image of a butterfly. Okay, that's one. There, and then the little ones just here. I may have to switch the camera off in a minute because I'm expecting my son and his girlfriend. I think they've just turned up actually to visit, or maybe not. That's the dog shooting. Somebody's here. I'm not sure whether that's my son or not, but if it is, I might just have to pop the camera off while we catch up and have a cup of tea, and then I will come back afterwards. But I'm not sure whether it is or not. Someone's at the door, but I don't know who it is. I'm sure I'll find out in a bit. we go. Okay, I quite like that. I do want to do some antenna. Trying to think what colour. Sorry, I'm just listening as to who it is. I don't know who was at the door. Soon find out. Eventually, hopefully. Yes, it is. Right, I'll be back soon. Right, I'm back. So I have just, while I've been off camera, I've just done the little thread beads for the little daisies in the lawn. So they're all done now, and I've finished off the butterfly. I've just got the antennas to do now. I had a little brainwave while I was off camera, and I have found one of these. These are little like hooks. There is another part to it, like I suppose like, is it like a bra hook type thing? I don't know where else you'd use them, but they're like hook and eyes. I don't know what they're called, but I just like the this is an old vintage one. I thought that would look great as the antenna, so that's what I'm going to do for the butterfly's antenna. So I've got a whole this was loose, this one was, but I've got a whole card of them, of vintage hooks. I think that's what they were for. I don't know. I suppose, I think you get them on skirts as well, just above the zip. Like a little hook. I don't know what they're called. Hook and eyes, maybe. But it's a nice shape, and I thought that would just be perfect for the butterfly's antenna. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm just using the same thread as I've used for everything else on it. I'm just going to do a couple of stitches either side at the base. I think that will be all I need. Yeah, that's all I need to attach it. So, oops, getting caught up. So I think we're about done. A bit of fraying still going on there. That's okay. So, oh yes, I like that. So that's going to be going all the way to Australia from England, to Kristy, my swap partner, little stitchery. It's not called that. It's the big little stitchery swap, big little stitchery swap squares, something like that. Anyway, so that's that. I'm really pleased with that. I love it. So that will go off. The little bee will go off. I might do a better print than that one if I can find the stamp. K for Kristy. And I have got a couple of other little bits for her that I'd already put away, so I'll send those as well. That's a little bit of a surprise for Kristy. So Kristy is on YouTube. She is So Bits AU. If you want to have a look at her channel, I'll put her link as well to her channel here, because if you like what I do, then Kristy is in the same vein. You know, we all love to slow stitch, so she does some lovely videos. So, and also I'll put Annie's link in as well, because Annie is the one who thought up this whole project. So Artifarty Annie, she's on Facebook, Discord and YouTube. You can just search and it will come up, but I'll put the link. And then So Bits AU, all one word, SEWBITS AU, is Kristy's channel on YouTube, and she also has an Instagram as well. So I think, yes, she does. Yes, she has an Instagram as well. So yeah, she's a great YouTuber as well. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed watching me make my little stitchery square, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care in the meantime. Okay, bye bye.